Congratulations, you made it to the final round of your interview process. You will face the customer now, and in this video I would like to give you some hints how to structure your interview with the customer. What Chianti and Penne al Forno have to do with your interview, I will tell you at the end of this video clip. My name is bthommes, and I am recruiting for small and medium-sized companies in Germany. At the start of the interview, you will be probably asked to introduce yourself. You have to keep in mind that the first 5 minutes of the interviews are yours. You can pack in this time whatever you want. Any information, anything which is important. You have to really think, what do you want to present in the first 5 minutes? Everybody's fresh, everybody can listen, everybody will remember what you say there. So you can choose to say, oh, I was born in Memphis and I went to school in Glasgow and then I moved to London. Yeah, you see, I'm already bored, and this is not a good start for your interview. So think about it. You have gotten information from me or from another recruiter or from the company up front what the job is all about. There's a job description you want to meet. Maybe you can translate this job description into key points you want to hit in the first 5 minutes of your job interview. Then the people know why you have come. You have checked out the company, you have checked out the job description, and you created relevance between your experience and the requirements of the company. Here you should structure the information. Yeah, you give examples and you build it like, yeah, I'm here because I know you want to do this and this, and this is the way I fit into this. And you say, in the past I did a project and the problem was that I implemented a solution like this and the result was that. So you have a three level presentation where you meet the customer on their problems or potential problems and say, this is my fit to the job. And you can do this for 3 or 4 points. At some point you will be interrupted and the questions develop out of the information you give in the first 5 minutes. So I feel for a good candidate it is better to start with an attempt to create an immediate fit to the job, and that the interviewers know why you are here and that you are really interested in solving their problems. How to stand out from the crowd? This is something you have to ask yourself before the interview process. One way of doing is giving stories. You all remember your childhood stories, Brother Grimm, Rotkäppchen. You will be able to tell me one story you liked as a child, because a story sticks to your mind. You can remember it even after a long time. The same is true during the interview process. If you have a certain topic, you should underline your experience with a story. There is something where you had a problem, you put in a solution and you had a result, and you can put some information inside which makes it an interesting story. As I said, stories stick. They will be remembered even after a long period of time. Another way of doing it is giving pictures that stick. If you're really brave, you could start your interview like, I'm a Swiss Army knife. There are certain tools in a Swiss Army knives and I define my tools like this and this and this. And for every tool you have a story which underlines your experience, which always relates to the job description and the problem we might have discussed early on in this interview process. As I said, you have to stand out. How do you stand out? Is you give relevant information with a good story that sticks to the mind of the people. They will remember it even after a long interview process of 2 or 3 weeks. After the first 5 minutes, the discussion could develop in two ways. First, that would be a general discussion about the 4 or 5 topics you have put forward in the first 5 minutes. And you can develop that further and still create a match between the problems the customer have and how you can help solving them. That would be a positive outcome, because then you don't focus so much on your resume, more on the job on hand, and there you can really reiterate how you will contribute to solving the problems of the customer. This is hard sales. Never lose focus that you have to prove that you are the person who can fill that role. The other option is you will be asked to go through your resume. Do not spend so much time in the past. The past is not as relevant as the latest 2 experience you had. So try to run through the past very quickly till you reach the last 2 experience, and here you build more. Do not forget pictures and stories. They will be remembered. I have probably supplied you with some information about the customer requirements, and here you can actually build stories and pictures out of your resume and how you match the job description or the requirements I gave to you. Don't fool yourself. An interview is not a social call. So please do not get hooked up on unimportant stuff. For example, your hobbies. The worst case scenario, if you talk about your hobbies, is that somebody's really interested. If somebody's really interested in your hobbies, they will start talking about your hobbies and you will exchange information. And this can go on for some time. So you have to think, do you really want to spend 30 minutes of your interview time where you want to prove that you're the person for the job on your hobbies? I had a candidate. He started to introduce himself for 15 minutes with his hobbies. I'm not sure where. I'm speechless, still speechless about this event. I'm not sure if he wanted to impress me or where does he see the relevance between his hobbies and the job. I would actually question him that your hobbies seem to be more important than the job on hand. So please, try to stay relevant, try to establish stories and pictures which are relevant to the job. I hope I was able to give you some information how to stand out of the crowd. You have to imagine that everybody introduces him the same way. People start in the past and move forward into the present, and everybody does it the same way. So in this video I try to show you a different way to introduce yourself, to be different than the next candidate. And why is this important? I say Chianti and Penne al Forno. You have to imagine, after a 2-week process of interviewing multiple candidates, how will you be remembered? The team goes to their favorite Italian place, orders their food, drinks some wine, and then they start to discuss who will be hired. And who do you think will be hired? The one who just went through the resume, couldn't make a point, or the person who told a good story, left good pictures, and had it structured out, created relevance to the job description, and explained why he or she is the person for the job? I think the answer is clear. My name is bthommes and I'm recruiting for small and medium-sized companies in Germany. Thank you. If you have any more questions or want to hire top talent, please contact me. My contact information is in this video. Thank you very much.